Part 2 of the box review, revealing tips and tricks, combos, gameplay on screen, and reviewing the new box. Today's video is sponsored by Bushi Road. Finally, Cardfight Vanguard Zero is here for mobile. Vanguard Zero is based off of the original trading card game Cardfight Vanguard, which has been around for over 9 years. Dive deep into the story that recreates the world of the original Cardfight Vanguard anime. As soon as you unlock Grade 11, you could battle players from around the world in online battles. Blaster Blade effect, retire that rear guard. And after unlocking Grade 8, you can create your own room for your favorite characters. What I love about Vanguard Zero is you can craft any card. Oh, that animation means I'm getting a triple R card. Yes! I got a King of Knights Alfred, Gia. Don't be a fool! Go to my description below to download the game to play Vanguard Zero today. Now it's time to talk about DD, or DDD, or Different Dimension Demons. This is the largest addition to the new box. I think it is also the most expensive deck if you were to build. Let's talk about these cards. Is it worth building? Now, before your head gets spinning, let's talk about the general strategy. The general strategy with this deck is to use your Whirl Slime from the hand to fuse with any card in your hand to summon one of these fusions. And then, within that turn or another turn, you follow up with a Night Howl. You normal summon it, and it will special summon any DD monster from the grave. And this is a tuner, so you could synchro. So this is a fusion and a synchro deck type. Get the DDs in the grave with the slime to fuse, and then summon that DD from the grave with Night Owl to synchro. That is basically what this deck does. Also, the deck plays continuous spell and traps called Dark Contracts, and they are Dark Contracts because you're going to lose 1,000 damage every turn on your standby phase. Let's talk about the main card, the Slime. Like I said, you activate in the hand, you fusion using other cards in your hand only. It's got a second effect, which it can banish itself from the grave to special summon a DD monster from the hand. No restrictions. This is what it does. What Genghis says is if you special summon a DD monster onto your side of the field, you could special summon another DD from your grave. So only 3 monster slots. Genghis, special summon another DD, then activate to summon another DD from the grave. So right away, not only does the slime help summon the Genghis, but it also triggers its main effect of summoning another DD from the grave by using slime to summon another DD from your hand. Dark Contract with the Gate, another core card alongside the slime. Simply, continuous spell every turn, search for any DD monster. You're going to search for your slime with this, definitely. Now, if you feel the slime is not enough for fusion summoning, you're also going to have the Swamp King fusion continuous spell. It uses your hand, field, and or grave to fuse, where your slime will only use your hand. Now, the last card I like that is a spell or trap for the DDs is the Dark Contract with the Witch. Continuous trap every turn. You could discard a DD or a Dark Contract to target and destroy any card on the field. Also, your Fiend type monsters, which is what the DDs are, will gain 1,000 attack during your opponent's turn only. So it's a good surprise flip, gain a buff boost, also destroy cards in the field. When you're done fusion summoning, you're going to summon your Night Howl, which on summon will target a DD in the grave, special summon it. It becomes 0 attack and defense, but you're mainly summoning it just so you could synchro with it. So this is your good 1-card synchro after fusing with your monsters. A good card to synchro would be High King Alexander. It's quite large, it's level 10, so your Night Howl is going to have to summon a level 7 monster. We'll talk about it right after this. Basically, its effect is 3,000 attack. If there are 3 DDDs on the field, not DD, but DDDs, including the opponent, gain plus 3,000 attack. Also, if a DD is summoned, you could special summon a DD from your grave. Now we have DDD Dragon King Pendragon. Before you get confused and your head spinning, this is the only triple D monster that's not a fusion or a synchro. So this is what you're going to use with your Night Howl. If it's in your hand, you could summon it by tributing a dragon or a fiend from your hand and on the field. Not or, but and, dragon and fiend from hand and or field. And once per turn, you could discard a card to gain 500 attack and destroy a back row. Mainly, you're going to use the Night Howl to summon your Alexander. Remember the slime, the core card of the deck? You're going to want to summon Oracle King D-Arc if you're not summoning the Genghis. This is 2800 attack, and anytime you would take damage from your Dark Contracts, you're going to gain life instead. 2800, bigger than Genghis. This is a good turn 1 summon with your contracts. Now we have Vice Typhon. This card, you're not going to be able to normal summon it really, but it does have a normal summon effect. I'm not going to talk about it. What you do with this card is you're going to send it to the grave with your slime to fuse into one of your monsters like the Oracle or the Genghis, and then only the turn it's sent to the grave, you could activate its effect to summon a DDD fusion from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials, including itself, from your grave. But it must be level 8 or higher, which means there's only one card you could even summon with it, and that's going to be the King Beowulf. Let's talk about that card. The King Beowulf, you're going to summon it with your Typhon or your Slime. It's going to require a DDD monster and a DD monster. And what it says is at 3000 attack, if a DD you control attacks a defense position, inflict piercing damage. By the way, a DDD, a triple D, is considered to be a double D, but the double D is not considered to be a triple D. So when it says a DD monster, that includes your triple D monsters, so don't get confused by that. Also, once per turn during your standby phase, you're going to summon it, your opponent's going to go, they're going to end their turn. On your standby phase, you're going to destroy all cards in the spell and trap zones, including your opponent, all your dark contracts, they're gone. Continuous card Dark Contract with errors with all this big monster summoning. If you use this card, it will trap stun your opponent's back row, negating all trap effects, and you could do it every single turn. But you do take 1000 during each of your standby phases, and you could only activate it if you have a DD monster. You could chain its effect to their trap activation if you would like, or just activate it early, then go in. But of course, like I said, you must have a DD monster already on the field to even activate it. The last DDD card I think that's worth mentioning is the Ultimate Fusion. It requires double DDD monsters. That means the slime cannot be used because the slime is just a DD, and this has only 2 DDD monsters. What is good with this card? It's 3200 attack. When an attack is declared involving this card, if you attack with it or they attack into it, you could target one other DD or Dark Contract you control, another one, return it to the hand, and if you do, equip one face-up monster your opponent controls to this card, except the monster you're battling with, then you gain the attack equal to the equip. So for example, you're going to battle with Purgatrio, you're going to declare an attack on it or it will attack you. Then you're going to activate the effect of your Oblivion King Caesar, Ragnarok, to equip a Cocytus. It does not target, so suck up the Cocytus, then you're going to gain plus 1800 attack. You're going to become 5000 attack, very likely taking out that Purgatrio. Best way to summon is going to be using the fusion spell that allows you to use your hand, field, and or grave. You're going to use it with the DDD fusions or use with your only non-fusion triple D King Pendragon to summon the ultimate Oblivion King Caesar. Now let's watch a concept build and or gameplay of how the deck works in action. If this card is in your hand, you could fusion summon a DDD, so we're going to activate the effect of Swirl, and we're going to discard a Typhon. Typhon level 7, huge. Okay, we only need 2 monsters. We're going to send this to the grave, to summon a Genghis, which only requires 2 DD monsters, so this is now on the field. Okay? And then we're going to normal summon a Ghost. Genghis, if another DD is special summoned, only can you activate its effect. So we're not even using its effect to do so. So we're just normal summoning the Ghost as a level 2 tuner. Then we're going to synchro both to summon a Spark Dragon. So we're going to use Typhon and the Genghis. Typhon and Genghis to summon a Beowulf. Where's Beowulf? A DDD monster and a DD monster. Very good. So this is where it becomes relevant that a DDD monster is different than a DD monster, but a DDD is a DD. Do you understand that? We're going to activate Swirl. If in your hand, you could activate to fusion summon for a DDD fusion. We're going to activate this, sending a Pendragon to the graveyard. to summon a Genghis. So now that Genghis is on the field, these two are in the grave. Genghis says if we special summon a monster, we can activate its effect. We're going to normal summon Night Owl. When this card's normal summon, target a DD monster in your graveyard, which we could target the Slime or the Pendragon. DDD is a DD. So we summon the Pendragon. And then we're going to, so this is level 7, this is level 3. So that's a great way to make a level 10 Synchro. Very good. So now we're going to Synchro Night Owl and the Pendragon into High King Alexander. Now by special summoning High King Alexander, we're going to trigger the effect of Genghis. When we special summon a DD, we could summon a DD from the graveyard. So we're going to special summon Pendragon onto the field. And this is our ending field. So this is plus 6,000 attack. All right, that's an ending field. It's a turn 2 play. Okay, these were the 2 ending fields off a 3-card combo. A new monster type has been introduced. We now have Cyberse monsters. It's not just in the name, it is an actual monster type. Now, it looks like they were just adding the monster type, not actually trying to give us a functional and great Cyberse deck. That might be coming in the future. A lot of people are confused on how the best card of the Cyberse works, so let's go with that card right away, which is Dkayed Buster. This card can be searched for with Card of the Soul. If you play Life Point Boost A, you start the duel at 5,000 life. Card of the Soul will search for it because its attack and defense combined is 5,000. Great way to search it if you take no damage. Why do you want to summon it and how do you summon it? You banish 2 Cyberse monsters from your grave. That's a Cyberse type monster. So including itself, if it's in the grave, you can banish itself. Then, while on the field, if anything's bigger than 2,500, you could banish it until the end phase. Whenever you want, on your opponent's turn, your turn, battle phase, they do something you don't like, banish their monster, but it has to be bigger than 2,500. It's until the end phase, then it comes back, but then you can banish it again. It is a once per turn effect. Now, the problem with this card is it must first be special summoned from your hand. And that means when it says must first be, that is a summoning requirement. So a lot of people leading into the next card, we have the Ritual. This Ritual card, its main effect is tribute itself to summon a level 5 or higher Cyberse monster from your hand to your deck. A lot of people wanted to do that. Well, you have not met the summoning requirement of Dkayed Buster. You cannot freely just summon this from your hand or your deck. So that really messes up the Cyberse monsters. That really messes up this Ritual. And there really just isn't a good card to summon with your Paladin of Storm Dragon. But you're still going to play it with it if you play it. You could summon a 2,800 attack monster with this Ritual. But besides that, its effect is, it's only level 4, so you use your Ritual spell to summon it by tributing a level 4, or more combined, whatever, how you choose to summon it. And when it battles, only on your turn when you declare an attack, you're going to send their monster back to their hand. So if you attack into a Cocytus, no targeting, return it back to the extra deck, which would be the hand, but it goes to the extra deck. Cyberse Signet Ritual is going to be the card you use to Ritual summon your Ritual Dragon. You could use your hand or field. It can exceed the level requirement. Now, after everything is said and done, you can banish itself and the Ritual monster from the grave to summon 2 level 4/0/0 tokens, which could help with another Ritual. Honestly, the rest of the Cyberse cards are not worth mentioning, so I'll just show you a quick gameplay and potential concept build on how to play what we got. To quickly make our deck work, we're going to set this. This is our turn 1, and we'll make sure it's set. And then we're going to Cosmic Cyclone it, banish it off the field, and then we're going to activate our skill. You can banish face down if you want to, but for other effects. And then after we lost 1,000 life, we're going to return the commander back in the deck. And then we're going to view our deck and grab the Paladin of Storms. This is through the Master of Right skill. So as you can see this, after losing 1,000 life, we could return a card back. So we did lose 1,000. Boop. All right. And then advance Ritual Art to summon the Paladin of Storm Dragon. And we're going to do so by sending a Digitron and a Digitron. And there you go. You can't activate its other effects. That's what this does. And then you just hope that you draw into a Buster one day, because when you draw the Buster, then the deck actually does something. So your whole field gets wiped because it's not really good. And then you're going to summon Buster by banishing 2 Cyberse monsters. You could banish the Digitrons. That could be good. And then now you got Buster, which anything that's bigger than 2500, quick play effect during either player's turn, banish it until the end phase. So if they have a big monster, you continually banish it, and this stays on the field, unlike a Zeta, and you just keep swinging. And that's that's basically how a Cyberse deck would work. Not impressive at all, but, you know, if Paladin could tribute itself to summon the Buster, it would be better, but this says must first be special summoned by banishing 2 Cyberse monsters from your graveyard. And what that means, it has a summoning requirement, and because it has a summoning requirement, if you want to special summon it from your hand or your graveyard or your deck with a different effect, it must be properly summoned first. So you're not even able to summon it from your deck or your hand without its own effect. So that would just not work with Paladin of Storm Dragon, okay? And that is what Cyberse looks like. Crystal Beast surprisingly received some really good support, and the concept of the new support is basically the deck is going to cycle through the cards much more quickly, and it's going to be easier to summon a 4000 attack Rainbow Dragon. Also, there's more control. You could return cards your opponent controls back to their hand, so if that's an extra deck monster, it goes back to the extra deck. It's as good as destroying, even better in many other cases. The main new card we received is Rainbow Bridge. You could activate more than one of these in a turn. Add a crystal spell/trap from your deck to your hand. That is incredible. You could add Crystal Raigeki, which destroys any card in the field. It adds the Crystal Conclave, which we're going to talk about that card in a bit. You could even add Crystal Bond, and Crystal Bond could search for any monster. So essentially, the Rainbow Bridge searches for any Crystal Beast monster, spell, or trap, thanks to being able to search the Crystal Bond. Conclave, one of those great cards to search with your Rainbow Bridge. I do think you're going to play 3 of this card. It's got multiple effects. If a Crystal Beast is destroyed, you could special summon a Crystal Beast from your deck. Also, you could send this to the graveyard. It is a continuous trap, so continually, if your Crystal Beasts are being destroyed, you keep summoning new ones. But if you want, you could send it to the grave whenever you want, and then you're going to target a Crystal Beast that's in your back row or on the field. If you don't know Crystal Beast when destroyed, they go to your back row. So you could target your face-up Crystal Beast in your back row or a monster you control, return it back to your hand, and also return any card your opponent controls back to their hand. Extra deck monster, back row, anything, return it. This card is comparable to Raigeki Break, which destroys any card in the field. And I believe you're going to play more of this than the Raigeki Break because of being able to summon Crystal Beast from your deck. All of this is leading into Rainbow Over Dragon. You just need 7 Crystal Beast monsters to summon the regular Rainbow Dragon, which you tribute to then summon the Over Dragon. And then you could banish a Crystal Beast from the graveyard to gain its attack, normally becoming 5,800. So the deck's going to play 7 different Crystal Beast monsters, and through the help of your Conclave and your Rainbow Bridge, you are much more easily going to cycle through all of them to summon an easy Rainbow Dragon 4,000 plus attack. Concept build and gameplay. Got the Conclave, the Eagle, the Rainbow Dragon. So our goal here is going to be we want 7 Crystal Beast cards with different names on the field and or graveyard. Okay, that's how you're going to special summon it. We're going to start off with the Conclave. We want to send the Eagle to view the deck and equip into the back row a Carbuncle. We're going to set the Conclave. We're going to summon a Pegasus. Pegasus is going to grab from the deck a Tortoise. Okay? So immediately we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's our opponent's turn. They're going to attack into the Pegasus, and I don't want to use the effect of the Conclave to send one of these face-up cards to the graveyard, because then we lose the effect of Conclave. So the Pegasus gets destroyed by battle or card effect, which we then get to special summon just another Crystal Beast from the deck. Another Crystal Beast from the deck. There you go. Then we draw for our turn. Crystal Beast spawn. So now we need to make room. So we're gonna play the we're gonna activate Conclave to send this face-up card to the graveyard to target a Crystal Beast card I control. We'll target the Carbuncle. Send these. Well, actually, it goes back to the hand. So it goes back. We still have a Transcendent Crystals effect. So this is going to go to the grave to put Carbuncle back to the hand, and then we're gonna return a card our opponent controls back to their hand. Now, Rainbow Dragon is only field, and grave. So we need a way to get this carbuncle in the grave. But let's activate our bond first. Activate bond. We're going to add a Crystal Beast monster from the deck to the hand, and then place a Crystal Beast monster with a different name from your deck into the face-up back row. So we're going to add a mammoth, and then we're going to put a cat in the back row. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is turn number 2, right? Turn number 2, and we sent a card back to the hand. Now we're going to normal summon the mammoth. We're going to activate Transcendent Crystals to discard the carbuncle and play a face-up Pegasus. That's it. We have 7 different Crystal Beasts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to summon Rainbow Dragon. Then, with Rainbow Dragon, this is turn 2, and we return a card back to the hand. We're going to special summon this by tributing our Rainbow Dragon. Tribute it, and then we're going to summon our Rainbow Over Dragon. Rainbow Over Dragon could then banish a Crystal Beast from the graveyard to gain attack equal to the banished monster. All right, boom. Ba-boost, 1,800. We become 5,800, and that is a quick overview of how the new way to play Crystal Beast. Guard Dragon Andrake. This is a funny card. It can't be summoned or set. You must summon it with a card effect. If you summon it from the hand or deck, it becomes 4,000 attack until the end phase. If you summon it from the grave or the banish pile, it destroys 1 monster on the field. So we're just going to look at ways to summon this card. Super Team Buddy Force Unite could summon it from the hand or grave to become 4,000 or destroy a monster on the field. Powerful Rebirth from the grave. We have Red Resonator to summon it from the hand. Hanzo could summon it from the deck. And then we even have Divine Wind of Mist Valley with Yosen Jews to summon it from your deck. If you join the Duel Links Meta Discord, we have a degenerate 1-turn kill combo with Monster Eye. Thank you, Hitter, for the idea. Check it out. I don't think I want to promote it on YouTube, but if you're in the Discord, you're going to know how to 1-turn kill with the new Monster Eye. Now, beyond ultra rare and super rare cards, there are some hidden gems and memes. Sinister Yoshiro. What does this card do? It allows you to normal summon your fiend monsters without tribute summoning. So, if you summon the Archfiend Emperor, it will be 3,000 attack and not be destroyed in the end phase, which normally you would summon it without tributing. That is what will happen. And also, if any of your fiend monsters would be destroyed, you could send the Sinister Trap to the graveyard as it is continuous to protect from destruction. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing some Archfiends again with this new Sinister Trap. The ultimate boss monster has been introduced into this new box. This monster, Zushin the Sleeping Giant. It is unaffected by all other cards. And when you battle a monster on your turn, their turn, it's going to become the attack and defense of the opposing monster, plus 1,000, so it's going to win every battle. But it's nearly impossible to summon. So, how does it work? How do we summon it? To summon every turn while in the hand, you're going to target a level 1 normal monster to put 1 counter on it. Once the monster has 10 counters, so possibly up to 10 turns, you could then tribute the level 1 monster to finally. The summon is complete. That is how you'll summon the Zushin, the Sleeping Giant, completely unaffected by other cards. Now, we have some tips on how to summon this. Charcoal Inpachi at 2,100 defense for a level 1 normal. That is the highest defense of a level 1 normal. So every turn, reveal, put a counter, protect it with spell, traps, whatever, and then you will be able to summon your Zushin. Now, some tricks are, if you have multiple copies of Zushin, you could activate all 3. Put 3 counters on your Charcoal every single turn to summon your Zushin earlier. Also, after you use the effect of Zushin, you could discard that Zushin to add monster reincarnation to add it back to your hand to then activate. That is crazy. I don't even know how this would work in a TCG. You have 3 different copies, you reveal, it boosts. How do you know you're not revealing the same one up to 3 times? Whatever, it works in Duel Links. A good way to search for the Zushins are Witch and Sanguine. And also you could play extra. Lol at TCG players, they don't know about this. You duplicate your Zushin. So instead of drawing 1, you draw 2 Zushins, and now you have even 4 or more Zushins in your deck to reveal and put counters onto your card. You do the rest of the work, Protect your monster, put counters on it, then summon the ultimate monster, Zushin the Sleeping Giant. And that's it. That is the box review.